All right, everybody, we're back. We got done. We got done creating our bathroom elements. At least we did some with floor plan. We've got elevation roughed out. One of the things that we're missing though is that we're missing our ceilings all throughout our building. So let's add those. So I go to my architecture tab. Excuse me. I come over to ceiling. And the way that a ceiling works is it looks for closed rooms and it automatically wants to flood the area and create a ceiling that way. Now, if we look over here on the side, we notice that this is in my object properties. I'm using a 2 foot by 4 foot acoustic ceiling tile system. It's the same kind of ceiling tile system that you have in the ceiling of the computer lab. So that's what that's going to look like, obviously. But my height offset from the level is 8 feet. I want this to be 9 feet in all the open office-y, different types of areas. You can tell I am working in my level 1 ceiling plan, and I'll show you why I'm working in my ceiling plan here in just a second. I do want to change this from 8 feet to 9 feet. Okay, so there's 9 feet, and I want to place my ceiling right there. Okay, so just one left click and I'm done. And I can do multiple rooms in one pass, but I wanted to show you guys something. Okay, I'm going to delete this and I want to put it in a different way. So in order to select your entire ceiling, as you hover over one of the ceiling grids, push tab. I hope you can see that the perimeter shape is highlighted now. So I left click, my entire ceiling has been selected. I click delete. Let's go back to my level 1 floor plan. Let's see what happens if I try and put a ceiling in my floor plan. Again, it's all the same stuff. 9-foot ceiling, automatic ceiling, so it's going to flood this particular room with a ceiling at 9 feet. And I get this warning down here. None of the created elements are visible in the floor plan. You may want to check in the view parameters and blah, 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 blah. Basically what this means is you've created an object that cannot be seen in this view. Why? This is a floor plan. I'm creating a ceiling. Ceilings can only show up in the ceiling plan. That's why we can't see it. So if I come over here to my level 1 ceiling plan, now you notice I'm still in my sketch ceiling mode. Come over here in the level 1, my ceiling plan. There's my ceiling. Happy, happy. Back to ceiling. My warning is still highlighted, so let's close that out. But now that I'm in my ceiling plan, I can actually see all these show up. Okay, just like that. And I want the ceiling in my bathroom and in this corridor. I want it to be chipboard. So in my properties window, I just highlight the acoustic ceiling, come down here and say chipboard, and my height offset is going to be 8 feet. I want an 8-foot ceiling in these areas. So 8-foot ceiling and an 8-foot ceiling. Now it doesn't look like anything's there. Well, how do I know if anything is actually there? Well, if I click in this same room a second time, now there's already a ceiling in here, but if I click on it a second time, there are identical instances in the same place. This will result in double counting in schedules. That means I have 2 exact copies of the ceiling in that room. Very, very hard to see right now, but if I cut another section, and let's take a section and let's go this way. So you can see down here, I now have a section number 2. So there's my 2 ceilings now. The second ceiling I placed was in my corridor. So if I highlight that ceiling in my section view and delete it, it looks like it's still there. It's because I had 2 identical ceilings in the same place. You can see the difference between my 8-foot ceiling and my 9-foot ceiling here. Those of you will see I already have my toilet in elevation because I'm cutting through the bathroom. I've got this door in elevation with the door swings already sitting there. That's all happy. I've gone through this particular model and I've fixed, remember how we had the offset in our, drop this little part down to the outside walls? I fixed this in my models. Basically, I did it when you guys weren't looking. Incredibly long story short. Excuse me. So there we go. There's that commercial door out the front. So there's all that. If I go and I look at my elevation, there's my elevation and my ceiling. I've already cropped this in, so it's everything is visible. If I highlight the perimeter of my It's a section cut is what an elevation is. It's just a special kind of section cut. If I pull that top edge up, you can see there's the thickness of the ceiling, and there's that top, that level too. So I'm going to take it and drop back down. I went too far. Whoa, something weird happened. Come on. There we go. Again, it's just one of those funny things that Revit doesn't quite have 100% right yet. So I wish that weren't the case. Incredibly long story short, that's ceilings in this particular project file. So sit tight. We're going to stick some notations in here, and we're going to go from there. So hold on, and we'll see you guys in a second.